here are 5 things to do this month to get the most enjoyment out of your home this fall and be prepared for what you know is coming in Michigan winter. Tip number 1, the most important thing right now is to remember that contractors are booked up solid and they're short-handed. So if you want to get a contractor out to your home this fall, you should do it early. And that goes for pretty much everybody. So now's the time to reach out and get them scheduled if you're thinking you want to get some work done around your house. Tip number 2, as cold weather hits, the critters out there are looking for a place to call home for the winter. And this is the bugs, the spiders, the mice, even the bigger critters like the raccoons and groundhogs. They're all looking for a place to call home. And your house is nice and warm, so you're a target. So what you should do is walk around the entire house and look for areas where critters can get in. It's gaps in your siding, cracks in your foundation or walls, maybe around the dryer vent where there might be a piece broken off where little bugs can sneak in. So after taking that walk around, either have someone do it or get out there and seal these things up so they're locked out cold for the winter. Now, if you want to make sure you don't have critters come in your home, hire a pest control service. These people will usually have an annual contract and come out once a month, and they'll guarantee to eradicate all the critters. I've found in the past where they're winning the war that I've hired a pest control company, and in a month or 2, all signs of bugs or mice or small animals are gone. Tip number 3, stock up on firewood and get your fireplace and chimney cleaned out. Your chimney should be cleaned out. If you burn wood, your chimney should be cleaned out every couple years. Now it depends on how much you use it. If you're a regular user, you should do it every year, and I'm sure you're aware of this if you burn wood for heat. If you're just an occasional user, maybe every few years is good, but you want to be sure. Obviously you don't want any problems when you're having a fire on Thanksgiving or Christmas Eve. In terms of ordering firewood, you want to order firewood that's been dried and ideally cut the previous year. Having your fireplace cleaned. Fireplace companies, if you have a gas fireplace, can tune it up. They can make it look better, check the gas pressure, clean the glass on the fireplace, and just getting it looking tip-top. That's something maybe you don't need to do every year, but every few years definitely would make your fireplace look nicer and burn cleaner. Tip number 4 is to trim the trees around your home. Take a look out in your yard and look up and see how much dead wood there is in trees, and if you have any trees that are leaning over your home, your driveway, or where you park your cars. Now you know we've had some tremendous storms, and I just had the pleasure of having 2 trees taken out of my yard, actually the 2 biggest trees in my backyard. So I do have some good recommendations for tree trimmers and tree cutters if you need them. I've got one company that has all the machinery. They can get anywhere and tackle any job, and then another person that is probably maybe less expensive and can get in and do the smaller jobs. So we're happy to recommend these people. Again, just reach out to me in the comments. And if you have anybody that you've used that you'd like to recommend, we'd really appreciate it. Just leave a note in the comments below or contact me directly. So trimming the trees, with the storms we've been having, it seems like the rainfall is increased and the winds are increasing. I don't know if that's my imagination or global warming or what, but I know this winter you're going to have ice and snow hitting those trees on top of wind. So now it's really a good time to take care of that. Get all the dead wood out and get those trees trimmed. Another thing, if you have oak trees, there's a thing called oak wilt, and that is very dangerous to oak trees, and the way to avoid it is to trim oak trees between September, October, and March, April. Don't do it in the summertime. And tip number 5, this one is inside your house, is to take the time to check your washer and dryer. Your washer, make sure the hoses don't have any wear on them or cracks. If they're rubber hoses, sometimes they get cracked with age. You might want to replace them with stainless steel hoses. And then on your dryer, disconnect the dryer and vacuum it out all the way to the outside of the house and make sure it's cleaned out. That's a potential fire hazard and certainly will improve the efficiency of your dryer. Okay, that's it. 5 tips for home maintenance in September. Take the time to do these things and enjoy your home more.